7 steps to become successful sooner. This extends to the career sphere, too, where people tend to want to make money and become successful. Truthfully, there's no single secret hack that will make you successful overnight. However, there are certain proactive measures you can take in your career that can help you streamline your journey towards success. Try these tips to become successful faster. 1. Set concrete goals. To become successful faster, you first need a roadmap for your career. After all, you can't take shortcuts if there's no endpoint in mind. The definition of success is different for everybody, so it's important to get clear on your personal goals. What do you want to achieve in your career? Be as specific as you can, because it's only when you've defined concrete goals that you can create actionable steps toward them. Big, long-term goals help you create a framework for your career. With goals in mind, you can create mini-goals that act as achievable milestones. By setting the bar high, you'll always have a source of motivation to work hard, which will help you become successful. 2. Establish a routine, and stick to it. Most successful people already know this. There's a big benefit to repetition. Routines keep you moving forward and help you to keep growing. For one thing, if you follow a routine, it's much easier to monitor your progress over time. For another, a routine helps you establish good habits that can advance your career fairly rapidly. For instance, say your routine is to read publications related to your career path for an hour after dinner every night. If you set aside specific times for specific activities, after a while it will be like muscle memory. With positive routines in place, you often begin to see results quickly. 3. Find a mentor. Many highly successful people have this in common: they had a mentor. A mentor is someone who is on the same career path as you, but further along. From a place of experience, they can offer relevant information and guidance on your chosen career path. They can often facilitate networking between you and others who can help further your career as well. Having a mentor can benefit you in many ways, and can absolutely help you find success faster than if you had no guidance. 4. Streamline your routine. What if I told you that you could simplify your life and remove roadblocks that are keeping you from becoming successful by doing less? Positive routines can help you advance in your career faster. But bad habits and time-wasting routines can have the opposite effect. So how do you streamline your routine to remove the bad habits? First, consider all the things that take up your time that are not helping to further your career. You know, things like checking Twitter every few minutes, or browsing on Amazon while you should be working. Once you've identified these time sponges, work hard to either eradicate them or at least keep them in check. It takes discipline to remove distractions, but you'll be able to focus more, which will get you where you want to go career-wise a whole lot faster. Related, how to avoid time wasters by asking the right questions up front. 5. Learn how to say no. Writer Herbert Bayard Swapey mused, "I can't give you a surefire formula for success, but I can give you a formula for failure. Try to please everybody all the time." Saying yes is easy and it's gratifying. But if you say yes to too much, it could be sucking you dry. If you're a yes person, you're probably agreeing to take on way too many projects and commitments. Or you're the type of person who agrees readily to things and then flakes out at the last minute. Either way, these tendencies are not doing you any favors in terms of career advancement. It can be hard to say no, but it is usually better in the long run. It shows integrity, and you won't find yourself wasting time on things that aren't advancing your career. 6. Be smart about money. It's hard to get ahead when you're constantly playing catch-up or living paycheck to paycheck. If you want to become successful faster, you need to get smart about saving money. Do yourself a solid and put away some of every paycheck in your savings account. Yes, it might be boring, but a little restraint now can add up to success in the not-too-distant future. Successful people often live below their means. This isn't to be stingy, but because they know that it sometimes takes money to make money, and they want to be prepared. When you are smart about saving money, you'll be able to grow over time with a safety net. When it comes to making an investment or starting up a business venture, you'll be ready to move quickly and do it without breaking the bank. 7. Learn from your mistakes. As Truman Capote once wrote, failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. The more you venture out of your comfort zone as an entrepreneur, the higher the likelihood you have of making mistakes. If you want to become successful, you can't let these missteps crush or break you down. Rather than seeing them as the end of the world, can you see them as an opportunity? Ultimately, failures can be our biggest teachers. After all, what feels like failure today could in fact be teaching you a lesson that will help you avoid a much bigger failure in the future. Focus on progress, not perfection. If you can learn from your mistakes, you'll become stronger and more savvy, and this can help you become successful far faster. 5. Learn how to say no. Writer Herbert Bayard Swapey mused, "I can't give you a surefire formula for success, but I can give you a formula for failure. Try to please everybody all the time. Saying yes is easy and it's gratifying. But if you say yes to too much, it could be sucking you dry. If you're a yes person, you're probably agreeing to take on way too many projects and commitments. Or you're the type of person who agrees readily to things and then flakes out at the last minute. Either way, these tendencies are not doing you any favors in terms of career advancement. It can be hard to say no, but it is usually better in the long run. It shows integrity, and you won't find yourself wasting time on things that aren't advancing your career. 6. Be smart about money. It's hard to get ahead when you're constantly playing catch-up or living paycheck to paycheck. If you want to become successful faster, you need to get smart about saving money. Do yourself a solid and put away some of every paycheck in your savings account. Yes, it might be boring, but a little restraint now can add up to success in the not-too-distant future. Successful people often live below their means. This isn't to be stingy, but because they know that it sometimes takes money to make money, and they want to be prepared. When you are smart about saving money, you'll be able to grow over time with a safety net. When it comes to making an investment or starting up a business venture, you'll be ready to move quickly and do it without breaking the bank. 7. Learn from your mistakes. As Truman Capote once wrote, failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. The more you venture out of your comfort zone as an entrepreneur, the higher the likelihood you have of making mistakes. If you want to become successful, you can't let these missteps crush or break you down. Rather than seeing them as the end of the world, can you see them as an opportunity? Ultimately, failures can be our biggest teachers. After all, what feels like failure today could in fact be teaching you a lesson that will help you avoid a much bigger failure in the future. Focus on progress, not perfection. If you can learn from your mistakes, you'll become stronger and more savvy, and this can help you become successful far faster. 8 simple ways to be successful, from 8 inspiring leaders. How do we define our success? Is it because we get a big paycheck, live in an extraordinarily large home, married the hottest guy or girl in the county, or drive the fastest car on the block? Those certainly aren't measures of success. Building a business and entrepreneurship requires unique talents and a love for your career. It's not about frivolous things. It's about opportunity and your ability to uncover your dream. There are 8 very simple rules that you can follow to become truly successful. Be passionate. And do what you love. If you don't love it, then why do it? If we build careers or continue in jobs that really aren't our passion, we're selling ourselves short. It's like the guy that is a tech consultant that really wanted to be the lead singer of a band. I've written about love and careers before, and I think that the takeaway here is that if you really do what you want to do, you will be more creative, more motivated, more tuned in, and much more likely to be very financially and personally prosperous. Katharine Hepburn said it best. If you have to support yourself, you had bloody well better find some way that is going to be interesting. Work hard. Don't ever fool yourself, success comes from really hard work. And you might find that although you're doing all of the heavy lifting, there is satisfaction in a job well done. But remember that you need to rely on others, so make sure that you surround yourself with colleagues that share your same work ethic. I do not know anyone who has got to the top without hard work. That is the recipe. It will not always get you to the top, but should get you pretty near. Margaret Thatcher. Be good. And by that, I mean damn good. Successful people strive for greatness, not mediocrity. So push yourself, and your team, to ensure that you've reached your ultimate potential. And be sure to celebrate your wins. That not only breeds confidence among your team, it will keep your colleagues engaged and also will keep your clients or customers enfranchised. If you haven't read the book From Good to Great, grab a copy. James C. Collins said, "Greatness is not a function of circumstance. Greatness, it turns out, is largely a matter of conscious choice and discipline." Focus. Focus always precedes success, which is not possible without a clear emphasis on what matters most. And leaders constantly need to remind themselves of this vital truth. Focus requires the pursuit of a mission and vision. Good business leaders create a vision, articulate the vision, passionately own the vision, and relentlessly drive it to completion, said Jack Welch. Push the limits. Richard Branson said. Far too many people don't excel in life because they are too afraid of taking the necessary steps to achieve their dreams. Some manifest fear as a safeguard from failure. Others don't even try, believing that they are restricted by limits, while too many get caught up in the status quo. Don't constrain yourself to thinking inside of the box, and don't allow fear to get in your way. Today, people expect more than ordinary, so you need to be extraordinary to get noticed and build strong relationships with your target market. Whether you sell a product or service, you must deliver the utmost experience. Serve. Customer service excellence has always been and will always be one of the critical competitive advantages for any business. Meeting your customers' needs will help you build a very strong and memorable brand. Be responsive, listen, and observe, then you will create value. Learn from mistakes in service. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. Create ideas. In addition to service, ingenuity, authenticity, and forward thinking will ultimately drive your brand. Aspiration is part of the creative process. As Steve Jobs said, "I want to put a ding in the universe." You must always continue to innovate, especially in a competitive market space. Push the envelope when it comes to ideation. Be persistent. Business development and entrepreneurship should be built out of love, and any great love requires passion and persistence to capture your dream. Although you will experience setbacks and failures, you will also find success and triumph. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats, so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it, said Maya Angelou. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. You find that the harder you work, the more luck you seem to have. There are two types of people who will tell you that you cannot make a difference in this world: those who are afraid to try and those who are afraid you will succeed. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Try not to become a man of success. Rather become a man of value. Never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Stop chasing the money and start chasing the passion. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. I owe my success to having listened respectfully to the very best advice, and then going away and doing the exact opposite. Would you like me to give you a formula for success? It's quite simple, really: double your rate of failure. You are thinking of failure as the enemy of success. But it isn't at all. You can be discouraged by failure or you can learn from it, so go ahead and make mistakes. Make all you can. Because remember, that's where you will find success. If you are not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. Do one thing every day that scares you. All progress takes place outside the comfort zone. People who succeed have momentum. The more they succeed, the more they want to succeed, and the more they find a way to succeed. Similarly, when someone is failing, the tendency is to get on a downward spiral that can even become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. If you really look closely, most overnight successes took a long time. The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. The successful warrior is the average man, with laser-like focus. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. I cannot give you the formula for success, but I can give you the formula for failure. It is: try to please everybody. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life, it's about what you inspire others to do. Fall 7 times and stand up 8. Some people dream of success while others wake up and work. If you can dream it, you can do it. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks that others throw at him. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can.